What's up, Sag? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Tawny Michelle. We are not all love, light, twin flames, and unicorns over here, so please keep that in mind. And basically today we are going to be talking about your tarot and astrology for February 2021. Also remind you, if I could talk, this is a general reading, so it may not resonate with everyone. Not every single message may resonate with you, and that is okay. Also, Sag risings may resonate more to the astrology portions of this video, so keep that in mind as well. But you can relate if you're a sun or a moon as well. And yeah, I think that's it. This is tropical astrology, by the way. Let's get into it. So Sag, basically, like I was talking about last month, we have a ton of Aquarian energy, which for you is your third house sector, okay? So this is definitely bringing up a lot to do with your communication. Your communication, the things that you do on a day-to-day basis, your environment, your errands that you run, your schedules, your appointments, also social media, how you interact with other people, your neighborhood, short travels, siblings, and also relatives. So this is where the focus is at for you this month. So you could be feeling very busy this month, or you could even be feeling very held down by your exterior circumstances or the circumstances of your environment, okay? You could also be working on something or learning something new, trying to put yourself out there on social media or to find your place in a community. Okay, you could be looking for your tribe, looking for some kind of community. But you're definitely working on something this month. Some of you guys could also be working on trying to kind of start your own business or something like that. Now, there also is a square to your 6th house of Taurus with Mars and Uranus there. So, you know, there's a challenge that's being presented here when it comes to your work, your health, your day-to-day life, your day-to-day routines, your schedules, your diet, all of these types of things, the more mundane responsibilities of life. And so there's some kind of challenge between these two different areas of life, and I would really be interested to know, especially if you're a Sag rising, if you see these themes playing out in some kind of issue that you're having recently, and how that, I would like to know the details of that, because I'm interested to know how this is playing out. Now, one thing I will say with Mercury retrograding in your 3rd house, it's a given. Be careful with communication, basically. Be careful how you're wording things with communication. You could also be experiencing a lot of issues with technology, the internet, you know, anything technical. There could be issues with appointments, schedules, things like that, emails, you know, any of that stuff. You're going to be experiencing some miscommunication, some, you know, reversals, some confusion. So I would be careful with appointments this month, also contracts and signing anything to do with mercurial types of themes, be careful with. Now, I really see this as you guys focusing on possibly changing up what you do for work. You could be learning a new skill. You could be I think that you're learning something new in order to somehow transform or change your work life or your job. You know, I mean, I really see like you guys are learning new skills. Maybe you're spending more time on social media or online, or figuring out how to create some kind of website or system, you know. Maybe you're connecting with people a lot more through technology, or you're trying to do something or find something with some kind of community via technology. But, you know, there definitely is like a desire here to do something different, progressive, and new with your work, okay? With your job, with your day-to-day stuff, your day-to-day life. So that's definitely, you're definitely seeing themes of that this week, or not this week, this month, sorry. The first week though of February, with Venus moving across Saturn in your 3rd, could present as possibly some restrictions, some kind of restrictive, strict, kind of brick wall type of energies that are holding you back. Maybe you had plans, and that's another thing. You could see plans kind of shifting and changing a lot. But maybe you had plans and then something doesn't happen, or, you know, maybe even, you know, the third house deals with the mind as well. So this is very much exploring the mind and your mind patterns and the way your mind works and all of these types of things as well, that you could be exploring. So you could be seeing themes with that too, but that first week is going to feel a little bit melancholy. You're going to be feeling possibly a little bit down, or a little bit held back in some way. So watch out for that. But after that week, Venus is going to meet up with Jupiter around the 11th, and we're also going to have a new moon there. So this could definitely be indicating that you're learning something new, that you're very much into, that you are passionate about. And I think you are exploring your passions as well. We have a lot of passionate energy coming up here in the cards so far. So it really does tell me that, you know, you're trying to meet new people. You're trying to explore new interests, possible new hobbies, new skills, things that you like, things that you dislike. And you're trying to learn. You know, you're trying to gain some kind of new wisdom. And in this particular house, which really makes a lot of sense. And some of you guys could be trying to turn it into a business, I see here, which that may present as an opportunity to you this year as well. So another thing that I see here is some restrictions coming up, or some responsibilities that you're having to deal with this month. Or that you're trying to shift or change this month, something that maybe you're feeling is restrictive or holding you back, that you're wanting to break free from or shift in some kind of way, some kind of day-to-day routines or responsibilities that you are, you know, you have to find a new way to look at it. You have to find a new way to get motivated about it, and that's what I think is really happening here. You know, this is definitely pushing you towards finding some kind of renewal. We also have a focus of family coming up here for some of you. So some of you guys could see, especially towards the end of the month, some themes coming up with family or the past. There could also be some major changes happening with family, the home life, or the past this month as well. You know, the roots, something where maybe you want to transform your home in some way, or maybe you want to, you know, you may be feeling a little bit more drawn to be private towards, you know, the end of the month, and that's completely normal, or to reflect on the past in some kind of way. But there's like a lot of passionate energy coming up here, and I feel like all of these things are teaching you more about yourself, okay? And we still have the node in your opposite sign as well, which is really also giving you another outlook on the self. It's also showing you where you need to relate to people more, where you need to work with people more. So let's go ahead and see what else comes up for you guys, Sag, and go into that. Also on the 8th, we have Mercury retrograde conjunct the Sun, so which we call a Kazemi in astrology. So a lot of you guys could be seeing some kind of news, or some kind of revelation or realization or awareness happening around then, or even some kind of communication that comes in around that time that you have to reflect on. There could also be some confusion and some misinformation around that time as well, so keep an eye on that. And then also on, like I said, we have the new moon happening on the 11th, which is going to bring in some kind of new energy to that third house sector. So we have the Three of Pentacles coming up, which is very third house and sixth house types of vibes. I really think you guys are learning some kind of new skill, or really thinking about learning some kind of new skill, possibly connecting with others or finding a way to work on something with others, but you're holding yourself back for some reason. And I think this month you're getting a new perspective on this, because the third house also rules your perception. And I think you've been holding yourself back because you can't decide, and you're looking at it from a confusing place and making it way more than it actually is, instead of just starting with that Mars energy that I was getting before. This is about just doing it, just taking action and not holding yourself back so much. So there's something that you've been really wanting to learn more about, or to get into, but you're scared. There's some kind of fear here. I think you're scared of putting yourself out there. For some of you, this could be some kind of very spiritual path I see here, or something to do with, you know, something to do with something that's more mysterious. And I think that I almost think that you guys are, you're looking at things in a different perspective, and I think you're trying to find other people that are looking at things in the same way that you are. But you're not wanting to let go of your current circumstances. You're not wanting to let go of these delusional fears about, oh, I have to pick the right choice, instead of just picking a choice, because whatever choice that you pick is going to be the right choice. And we, as soon as I'm saying that, we have the High Priestess, which really represents that. The cards are saying to get on the damn road, Sag, to do it, whatever it is. Some of you guys may be wanting to move or travel. I see this in the cards. It looks very good for that. I would wait till after the Mercury retrograde, so sometime after the 20th. But there's some kind of resistance. There's some kind of resistance here. I mean, I feel like the card, what I'm getting here is that you are so worried about possibly making the wrong choice or a bad choice, but you need to look at it from the High Priestess view of light and dark and be in the middle. You know, nothing is really neither good or bad. You have to get on board with your authentic truth. This is a major awakening to the mind, to your truth, to what feels true to you. This is also cutting shit off from the past, and old patterns from the past, old cycles from the past that no longer resonate with you, Sag. Wow. Let me know if this ends up relating to you guys. That's a lot. Judgment's been coming up a lot this month. So is the High Priestess, so is the Hanged Man. A lot of people are really kind of holding themselves back. And I get it, that's Saturn, Uranus. It's like you have to find a way to change your or progress or change your current circumstances, make them more modern, make them more authentic, make them more, make them feel more true to who you are. But this really is awakening to your own truth, awakening to the simple truths of who you are and your own mind. You know, and not putting so much on is it good or is it bad, or what if I make the wrong decision, but more so of, yes, you have a lot of interests. There may be a way that you can integrate some of them. A lot of people think that we have to like put ourselves in some box and label ourselves like either a doctor or a dentist or a teacher, but it's like you could do something that may have not been done before. Why does it have to be in the same box that of the boxes that already exist? You know, why do we have to box ourselves in and label ourselves? So this is very much about finding your own way, finding your own truth, going off of what you feel in your heart and what is true to you, because that is where you're going to find healing in your dream and your purpose, and the recognition that, you know, you want. And so hopefully that's making sense, Sag. Let me know down below. I hope you guys have a good February, and I will see you guys in my other videos.